The sound was quiet at first, more vibration than noise, a low mechanical hum that blended so well into the silence of the apartment that he didn't notice it the first few times. It was only when he began waking up regularly in the early hours of the morning, always at the same moment with his mouth dry and the air too still, that he realized something was interrupting the pattern of his sleep with the kind of subtle precision that doesn't ask to be noticed but waits to be understood. The first night he thought he had imagined it, a soft rattle from the kitchen, like the body of the kettle shifting against the base, maybe caused by settling pipes or a change in air pressure. But when it happened again the next night, and again the night after that, always at the exact same time, 3:08 a.m., he began to pay attention. He checked the settings. The electric kettle was basic, no smart functions, no programmable timer, just a switch and a coil. It wasn't plugged into a smart plug, wasn't part of any system. The power strip it was connected to had a manual switch, which he flipped off each night before bed, double-checking it just to be sure. And yet the sound continued, faint but unmistakable, the quiet click of the switch, the low growl of the heating element beginning to stir, and then, slowly, the steady whisper of water preparing to boil. He began setting alarms. Woke up at 3:05, sat in the dark, eyes on the threshold between the hallway and kitchen. At exactly 3:08, the sound came again, same sequence, same rhythm, and when he got up and entered the room, the kettle was warm, the light beneath the base glowing gently as if it had just finished its task and no longer required attention. He unplugged it the next night. Still, at 3:08, the sound returned, not the heating coil, but the soft plastic knock of the handle shifting slightly against the counter, as if something had nudged it or placed it back just so. He replaced the kettle. Bought a new one, different model, different wiring, placed it in a new position further from the edge. 3 nights passed in silence, and he felt the rhythm begin to break. But on the 4th night, at 3:08 a.m. exactly, he heard the unmistakable sound again, not of the new kettle activating, but of the old one, the click he'd memorized, the particular low tone it produced when starting up. He froze. Got up. Entered the kitchen. The new kettle was untouched. But the old one, the one he had left unplugged and stored inside the cabinet beneath the sink, was sitting on the countertop again. He didn't move it. He didn't touch the old kettle that morning, didn't lift it, didn't unplug it again, didn't open the cabinet beneath the sink to see if its absence had left behind an outline or a space or a temperature change. He simply stood in the kitchen for a long time with his arms at his sides, breathing as quietly as possible, listening not for more noise, but for the absence of it, because the stillness that followed the sound each night had begun to feel stranger than the sound itself, as though something was waiting to see what he would do next, but didn't need to act further unless provoked. He started placing small pieces of paper beneath the kettle each night, not notes, not messages, just thin slips marked with a pencil line and the exact time he laid them down, with the hope that if the kettle moved, even slightly, it would leave some record beyond the heat and the hum. The next morning, the paper was gone. Not moved, not crumpled, simply not there. He searched the counter, the floor, the trash, nothing. He tried again the next night, this time using heavier paper, taping one edge to the countertop. The following morning, the tape remained, the edge still secure, but the rest of the paper had been torn away in a single smooth curve, not ripped haphazardly, but as if someone had peeled it free with a quiet, steady hand. He stopped leaving notes. The sound continued. "3:08 every night."